always believed that life was a transaction, not because she was heartless, but because she was practical in a way that came from fear, not cruelty. She had grown up watching adults be tired all the time, watching effort produce very little, watching love turn into obligation and then into silence. She learned early that effort aged people. So she chose ease. She chose beauty because beauty opened doors faster than resumes. She chose charm because charm didn't require waking up early. She chose men who already had lives because they never asked her to build one with them. Her life was light. Hotels, dinners, promises that lasted exactly as long as they were useful. Work disgusted her. The alarm clock offended her. She once said very seriously, "If I ever have to wake up at 6 every day, I'll know I failed at life." And life, apparently, took that personally. The day she met Mark was not dramatic. It wasn't romantic. It wasn't even interesting. She slammed her car door into his. Twice. Because she was talking on the phone, complaining loudly about a man who had suddenly remembered he had a wife. So now he wants to be honest, she scoffed. After 3 years, imagine the audacity. "That's my car," someone said calmly behind her. She turned, ready to charm, and failed because Mark didn't react. He didn't stare at her nails, didn't comment on her looks, didn't soften his tone when she smiled. He just looked at the scratch. "You hit it," he said. "It's barely visible." "It's very visible to me." She rolled her eyes. "Fine. How much?" "I don't want your money." She laughed. "Everyone wants money." He looked at her like she had just said the sky was green. "Not everyone." That annoyed her more than anger would have. She walked away, irritated, confident she would forget him. She didn't. Mark worked nearby. He repaired things, fixed what others replaced, helped people without charging when they couldn't afford it. He showed up early and left late. He wore the same jacket every day and somehow made it look respectable. Dora noticed him accidentally at first, then intentionally. She noticed that he spoke to everyone the same way: elderly women, children, men who looked down on him. He never adjusted his dignity to match theirs. That confused her. One morning, she locked herself out of her apartment. Again, because planning ahead bored her. She stood there in heels, annoyed, calling people who didn't answer. Mark passed by. "You locked yourself out," he said. "It's temporary," she replied. He raised an eyebrow. "Like your patience?" She stared at him. "Are you making jokes now?" "Sometimes," he said, pulling out his tools. "It helps." He opened the door in less than 2 minutes. She watched him like she was watching a foreign language being spoken. "You do this often?" she asked. "Fix things?" "No, help without expecting something." He smiled slightly. Yes. That answer stayed with her. They didn't become friends. Not yet. They became accidental acquaintances. They crossed paths, talked briefly, argued sometimes. Dora complained constantly about work, about people, about mornings, about how unfair it was that effort didn't come with immediate rewards. Mark listened. Sometimes he disagreed. Calmly, respectfully, annoyingly. You don't hate work, he once said while fixing a broken cabinet. You hate feeling inexperienced. She scoffed. I hate being tired. That too. She hated that he was right. Circumstances forced them closer. A neighbor needed help. A small renovation. Extra hands. Mark needed someone to pass tools, hold things, clean up. Dora needed money. Real money. Temporary money. Money that didn't come from a man's guilt. She agreed reluctantly. The first day was a disaster. She complained about dust, about her nails, about her back, about how slow time moved. Mark didn't argue. He laughed, not mockingly, warmly. You know, he said, you complain like someone who's never been ignored. She paused. What's that supposed to mean? It means people always listen to you. So silence feels like punishment. That hit harder than she liked. She dropped a bucket. He caught it. She handed him the wrong tool. He thanked her anyway. She swore loudly. He smiled. Slowly, very slowly, something shifted. Work became less offensive when it included jokes. Effort became tolerable when someone appreciated it. Mark taught her small things. How to measure twice. How to clean without rushing. How to finish what you start. She teased him constantly. You enjoy this too much. I enjoy doing things properly. That sounds exhausting. It is, he said. But you sleep well. She didn't believe him. Then one night, after working all day, she fell asleep without scrolling, without planning, without anxiety. That scared her more than exhaustion ever had. She started noticing Mark differently. The way he never raised his voice. The way he apologized when he made mistakes. The way he noticed when she was quiet and didn't force conversation. He was noble without being loud about it. Amazing without trying to prove it. She fell in love slowly, unwillingly, complaining the entire time. This is inconvenient, she muttered one evening. What is? He asked. You. He smiled. I get that a lot. She laughed, then surprised herself by leaning into his shoulder. She didn't rush him. He didn't rush her. Their love grew the way real things do, through shared fatigue, shared laughter, shared silence. And when Dora finally admitted it to herself, she realized something terrifying and beautiful. She didn't want his money, she wanted his life, and that realization, warm and quiet, carried her gently towards sleep, like a story you don't want to end, but trust enough to close your eyes to